All right, and we're back again. We just finished doing the static route on router 2. Okay, so now we have connectivity going across using static routes. But what if we want to use dynamic? What is that? What would happen? Right? We're going to be running router RIP version 2. Now, this is not a whole full blown course and discussing about the RIP routing protocol. But as we know, just the basics. RIP sends out updates every 30 seconds. You got to use the class full boundary address. And again, you do this because CCNA certification. For any distance vector routing protocol, you will use a class full boundary address. Period. End of discussion. That's the way you do it on the CCNA level exam. Once you get to the higher levels, that'll be a different story. All right, but we have a static routes here. If we have static routes here, let's see what's going to happen. Let's just do it and see what happens, right? But it's going to be interesting over here. So we're going to go ahead and now when doing dynamic routing protocols, obviously we is routing by rumor. So we snitch ourselves out. So we got to advertise our own networks. So here the password would be, I think it's Cisco, right? Cisco. Yes, it is. Enable. Then it is student. There we go. Config T. So we're going to run RIP. Very easy. Very easy. Router RIP version 2 network 192.168.1.0 enter network 10.0.00. Hey Laz, but you're connected to the 10.1.1.1.4. What are you putting 10.0.0.0 for? Because that's the class full boundary. It's a class A address. Okay? And when doing distance vector routing protocols such as RIP version 2 and EIGRP, do not forget the no auto hyphen summary command. Okay? And then obviously we exit, and then copy, run, start, which is the way you got to do it in the test. Now that you'll be configuring RIP on the test, but hey, I got to show you how to do that, right? Here we go, LDS. And here is Apple. All right. And oh, look, it's looking for the DNS server. See? Control Shift 6. It's cool when you make typos and then you see your actual configurations working. Or else you don't learn. Config T. Router RIP version 2. Network 192.168.2.0 and network 10.0.0. No auto summary. Cannot forget that. I'm going to cheat here. I'm just going to say I do WR. All right. I know I'm not supposed to, and you can't do that on the test. So, but just to be quick about it. Ideas, Apple, and then config T, router RIP version 2, network 10.0.0, enter, network 192.168.3.0. See, doesn't matter the order that you do it in as long as they're in there. No auto hyphen summary. You can see why I use the tab a lot. Do WR. Now, I'm going to do a Control Z to take me to privilege mode. And I'll do a show IP route. And you can see I'm getting RIP updates. All right, I'm getting a RIP update from the 10.1.1.4, right, from that network. I'm getting a RIP update from the 1.0. I'm getting a RIP update from the 2.0, which is very interesting. And that's it. Everything else is connected routes. So let's go to router 2. So Control Z, show IP route. And here we have no RIP routes at all. No, that can't be. Let me do an up arrow again. Let me hit enter. No, we don't. Why? Because the administrative distance. The administrative distance of a static route is 0, the way that we did it here, right? Using the exit interface. The next router's hop address, if you use that, it would be 1. RIP is 120. Therefore, static routes win. Okay? So let's go now to router 1 and do a show. Oops. Show IP route. And again, you see this R coming from the 2 network. And we're going to actually ping, which I find kind of interesting that I'm getting a RIP update from. And basically, though, I mean, it's learning it from router. Well, no, it shouldn't be sending. I shouldn't have anything from router 2. I should be able to get it through my default gateway, not through a routing protocol, since it's not in the routing table. But okay. Ping 192.168.2.1 connectivity, and then 3.1 connect. Oops. 3.1, and we have connectivity using RIP. But what we need to do so this router can also participate in the RIP update, we need to remove the static routes or change the administrative distance of the static routes. So we'll make things simple. We'll go, we'll do a show run, right? Since the configuration is not that big, we can go ahead and do that, right? And there's our static routes right there. So what we can do is, right from here, so we can see our static routes, we go config T, we go no, or you know what, we'll just change the administrative distance. What we'll do is, we'll take this IP route right here, we're going to copy it, we're going to paste it, and we'll change the administrative distance to 150, and just add it at the end, okay? And then we'll do the same thing with this one. Copy, paste, and I believe that should overrode it. Now we'll get rid of it. Let's do a do WR, do show run, just to make sure that one's gone. Now we gotta say no to those. Okay, it did override it, which is great. So now, since now we have those administrative distance higher, we should see only R's and C's in our routing table. Control Z to take me back to privilege mode, show IP route, and now I see R's, right? Now I'm learning about the 192.168.1.0. I'm learning about the 3.0, right? So now actually RIP is working there as well. It's participating in the RIP update process. Again, RIP is very simple to do. You're not going to be asked to configure it. They may ask you basic questions about it, but that's all there is to RIP. Just pay attention. What you really need to pay attention to is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do it. Class full boundary, class full boundary, class full boundary. Okay, do not forget that. This is how you do the distance vector routing protocols. This is why we do the no auto summary, which means please do not summarize the mask when you send it out on your updates. Okay, that's what that means. So we have a fully functioning network still, but we're using the RIP routing protocol now. That means there are updates being sent out every 30 seconds. And let's see if we can do a debug IP RIP here so you can actually see that happen. Debug IP RIP. See if it'll actually take it. Let's see if we can see the messages. It takes a little bit here for it to send us update messages. And then you can go ahead and, but now you're taking a bandwidth, right? You're taking a bandwidth because it's sending it out. So it causes a security risk. Now it's processing because now the router's got to figure out, okay, where does this got to go? All right, you can see the updates right here. All right, received version 2 update from 10.1.1.6 on this particular 1 hops away. Okay, you see the metrics that it has. Okay, and remember, this is all doing it via this multicast address. All right, so you do debug. You can always see what's going on, see the problems or what have you, how far away it is, and so it's good to always do a debug IP RIP or debug whatever. All right, just don't get crazy with it. Let's go ahead and let's turn this off. No debug. No debug. No debug IP route. IP rip, sorry. Ah, all barrel. Control A. What? All barrel. Control A. No. No, that wasn't the command I wanted. No debug all. There you go. I could have said no DEA, but it's okay. No debug all. Everything stopped. All right, so there you go. All right, these are the updates that you're getting. Again, you're getting it via this multicast address right here, and you're sending and receiving. You're sending version 2 updates. You're receiving version 2 updates, okay, from your neighbors. All right, so this is RIP version 2. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right, so that's it for RIP. No worries. See you in the next lecture.